Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. This video is for those who are interested in becoming a thought leader on LinkedIn. I made a video about that and you guys liked it, and you guys asked for a video where I break down a little bit how to do content pillars on LinkedIn. How can you show up on LinkedIn through content? What is the best strategy that you can use that's going to help you to be consistent? You're going to enjoy the process, and as a multi-potential and multi-passionate woman, you're able to show up as yourself. So I hope you're ready for it. I'm about to share with you all the ideas and all the strategies that you can use. If you're ready, let's get into it. So first of all, I'm going to talk about personal branding, of course, because without understanding the concept of personal branding, you cannot understand the concept of content pillars or how to show up on LinkedIn. So if you haven't watched my video about personal branding, I have a whole series on that. So you can spend time, watch it, take some notes, and try to practice by yourself on different platforms, not only LinkedIn, right? But you need to understand what is personal branding, why do you need one, what kind of personal brand fits you, because it's not everything that you can do, right? And also, what do you want to be known for? What are your skills, your expertise? Do you want to talk about your personal life? Do you want to talk about your professional life? Do you want to talk about your skills, or do you want to create a whole movie? You need to know how you show up as a person online, so that you're able to now understand thought leadership and content pillars. So please make sure you have that set into your mind. It's going to be easier for you to digest what I'm about to say. Okay, so content pillars, I feel like this is the best strategy that you can use to show up on LinkedIn without being overwhelmed, and also without putting yourself into one box as a multi-potential woman, right? You want to make sure that you're exploring different parts of yourself, right? This is how I do it. I really love to have content pillars on my content strategy. I want you to think content pillars as topics. You're going to pick just only three topics that are related to you as your personal brand. 3 topics that are related to your personal brand. Again, this is the reason why I said you need to spend time in defining your personal brand, because when you've defined your personal brand, it's so easy for you to just pick out the 3 topics, right? So pick out 3 topics. One topic that can be educational, one topic that is related to your personal story, and one topic that is more thought leadership / authority. The reason why I define this is it helps me to diversify my content, number one, but also helps me to express my multi-potential person that I am, right? I'm good at communicating and being a leader and teaching. I'm good at that, but I'm also good at thought leadership in terms of bringing ideas and perspective to a particular topic. But I'm also good at sharing my story and connecting emotionally with people and learning about people. I'm good at that as well. So I want to make sure that I'm expressing myself differently in different content pillars. One thing that you need to know about the pillar educational, you're going to pick a topic that is general, related to your personal brand. When I mean general, it's don't put yourself into a box, right? We already know that we're not happy when we're in a box, right? People love to put people into boxes, but try not to put yourself into a box. Pick something that is a little bit general that can help you to be flexible. You can talk about different subtopics under your topic. Don't pick something that is too niche, that is way too small, because then sometimes you're going to feel boxed and you feel like you're going to run out of ideas and you feel like, oh, this is not good enough, right? So pick something that is really a bit general, a bit flexible. So let me use myself as an example. Maybe that can also help you. So for me, my first content pillar is educational. So the style of my content pillar is educational. My topic is personal branding and personal development. So I'm able to teach people about personal branding, about personal development, about self-transformation. This is exactly what I'm doing on my channel, for example, right? So that content pillar is only about that, the first one. But again, when you say personal branding and personal development or self-transformation, it's quite, it's flexible. Like you can have confidence, you can talk about, emotional intelligence, you can talk about personal branding, you can talk about social media. There's so many things attached to that, right? But I'm doing that on purpose because I love to talk about different topics and I don't want to box myself, right? So it's good for you to have just a general, flexible topic that fits into that educational style, and then you can have subtopics that you can talk about. That's number one for me, educational. That is personal branding / personal development. Number two is personal story. This is where people know me about my journey. They know that I'm Nigerian and I moved to France when I was 10 years old. I had to learn French and I had to step out as a foreigner in a very, very difficult country. I grew up, liking different creative spaces. I was a singer, I was a dancer, I was a performer, and also I stepped into luxury. My personal story is about being in spaces where people that look like me, I don't find them over there, right? People that look like me don't belong, right? My personal story is about that. It's a story of like step up, like show up. So that is my personal story. That is inspirational. So you're going to see me creating content about my journey, about the things I've learned, the lessons, the wisdom, the things that makes me different, the things that can inspire people to step up also in their journey and live fully. This is my content pillar that is inspirational. We're going to talk about formats later on, how you can now use different formats to express these content pillars. But this is for me, my personal story. So for you, you have to think of what is your storyline that you're comfortable enough to talk about it publicly, that people know this about you. You need to pick what you want to be known for. Like you really need to pick a story about you that is authentic to you. Of course, you're not going to fake it. You're not going to invent a story that literally it's not you. We're not doing that over here on this channel. We don't do that. We are authentic to ourselves and authentic to the calling in our life, right? But you're going to craft it in a way that is going to tell a beautiful story, or a story. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but you have to tell a story, right? So think about what chapter or how can you craft your own story to make it inspirational so that you can share it on that content pillar that is inspirational. Okay, I hope you're following me on this, right? Number three, my third content pillar is authority / thought leadership. So this is where my expertise comes in. This is where I talk about brand marketing. This is where I talk about influencer marketing. This is where I talk about digital marketing, social media. I have a master's degree in e-business and digital marketing, and I work in tech in brand partnerships, and I've worked with big companies like LVMH, LinkedIn, Estée Lauder, Bobbi Brown, Kenzo, Givenchy. So I have experience in the tech industries and also in the luxury industry. So I have so many insights and perspective and knowledge that I can share through that pillar of thought leadership. So this is so important. This pillar is important to me because it helps to position me as a thought leader in my field, in my career. Is the kind of content that works amazing on LinkedIn. Is the kind of content that also position you to be a speaker or to be in panels or to be a podcast guest. I feel like this content pillar is very important if you're someone that want to grow in your career, if you want to step up into entrepreneurship later on, if you want to build momentum, if you want to build media, interviews or PR. Is so important for you to have that content pillar, authority / thought leadership. So this is how I create content on LinkedIn, and even how I create content on social media globally. I hope it's clear, but if it's not, please let me know in the comment section. I can always do another video and go in details, like details about every single thing. But to recap just the content pillar so that you can understand. Number one, you have educational. That is the vibe, right? So you need to pick a topic where you're able to teach, you're able to share knowledge, right? Number two, you have inspirational. That is your personal story. That is really what makes you you. This is where you can talk about your life, right? Number three is authority/thought leadership. And this is where I would say is more expertise. What are your credentials? Like, what is your expertise? You can talk about this on this content pillar. Now, let's talk about formats. So for each content pillar, you can use different formats, right? For example, for the 3 content pillars, you can do videos, and that's very fine. Honestly, there's no rule or there's like no science to this, but I'm going to share with you what I think is the best. And then you can try it out. If it doesn't work for you, it's okay. We're still friends, okay? But if it works for you, amazing. I've seen that this is working for me. For content pillar number 1, that is educational, I know and I realize that long form content is the best. That's exactly what I'm doing on YouTube. And for me, YouTube is the best platform to really focus on educational content. And my topic, which is personal branding / personal development or self-transformation, then I focus on YouTube. I focus on long form content rather than short form content. For content pillar number 2, which is personal story and inspirational, I focus more on short form content. And then lastly, number 3, for the content pillar that is authority and thought leadership, that one I've seen that is mostly like articles and maybe long form content, but more written content, or long form content that is external. So someone wrote an article on you, or you're a podcast guest, or it has to do with PR. That's what I've seen has more return on investment, right? But again, this is what is working for me. You can try it out and see if it's going to work for you. But this is what I've seen have worked really well. So that's it for me, guys. This is how I break down the content pillars. And this is the best strategy that I've seen that have worked for me when I create content on LinkedIn. So when you start really creating content on LinkedIn and using content pillars, I feel like as a multi-potential woman and multi-passionate woman, you don't feel boxed. You're able to express yourself in different ways without feeling that you're all over the place. And at the same time, you're not good at one thing, right? I really feel like having content pillars can really help you to express different gifts and different parts of your person, of your gift, of your expertise, your personality, and the things that you want to share to the world via social media. So I hope this was really helpful, was insightful, and you're able to collect some nuggets for your journey of growth. Let me know in the comment section, what is the content pillar that you're still working on? If you need me to talk more on a particular topic about thought leadership, please let me know. I'm always open to create videos for you guys. So let me know what kind of topic you need me to develop more, and I will make sure to do that. In the meantime, take care of yourself, okay? Drink your water, be great, work in purpose, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bisous.